Hello and welcome back to Debbie's Television, dear fellow human beings, COVIDiots and COVIDians. Today, Operation Paperclip shall represent a very dramatic reminder of why you should please trust your government more. But, you know, some events are worth mentioning and looking at because they do make us realize whether history might be repeating itself or not, or what we've learned as humanity. So history does nurture us with a lot of reflection.
So these were top scientists in the German war effort, sought out by the US military as the war was coming to an end.
That's right. These were Hitler's top weapons makers, and Operation Paperclip became a classified military program to bring them to the United States.
Operation Paperclip is definitely one of the sweetest and most pure-intentioned actions that the US government has taken in the last 100 years, by far. So in 1945, they figured that, okay, Germans apparently have quite a good technology going on, shown by, you know, rockets like the V1 and V2 that I know absolutely nothing about, but I have understood that it was very impressive, those large machines. And so they tracked down a lot of these scientists and chemists pretty much right when the war ended. And they were a little bit in a time pressure because Russia actually had the same thought.
Due to the perception of a ticking clock, it was determined, rightly or wrongly, that military supremacy needed to be attained by 1952 at the latest, when it was predicted that the Soviets would have regained their full potential.
And of course, they couldn't just scare their population. It was right after the Second World War, and everyone knew what had been happening in Germany. I mean, the Nazis, they were not known to be friendly with their society. They were literally killing them one by one. At least the ones that were not perfectly fitting into the...
A nation of blue-eyed blondes.
Why not a blonde Europe, a blonde Asia, a blonde America?
Blonde world.
And a brunette dictator.
Dictator of the world.
Why not?
Hitler's ideology. Hitler's right hand, Otto Ambros, or I mean, I guess he had many right hands, but Otto Ambros was one of those. He's the man, the genius who invented the gas. I mean, that one nerve gas that was used back then. And so this intelligent man, Otto Ambros, was also brought to the States. Even though he had been put into jail for war crime, but, you know, magically, and all the evidence and all the paperwork on the traveling there and how he got out of jail, it just like happens that the government lost it. But I mean, who isn't losing it? So you must assume that Otto Ambros had gone a 180-degree, you know, change from within in order for the American government to make the decision to bring Otto Ambros overseas and help them, you know, develop their scientific intelligence. But we're soon there that this is 100 years ago, and it seems that, you know, we've learned so much. And let me tell you this as a German. And as society, we should be really proud of ourselves. We just need to learn to trust our governments even more, because events like Operation Paperclip clearly show us that the government has been trustworthy in the past, and therefore right now we have absolutely no reason to show any kind of distrust, whether you're a COVIDian or a COVIDiot. Whether you're a COVIDian or a COVIDiot, it doesn't matter. Trust your government blindly. It is so important to watch the news on a daily basis to make sure that you don't miss out on anything that they would like you to know. It is crucial in order to be a good citizen and be thankful for all the work that the governments have put up in the past, like Operation Paperclip. If you've never heard of this operation, I encourage you highly to read a little bit about it, even on Wikipedia. Do your research, enjoy it, and don't forget to have enough faith in your governments, because they've always had our backs with a knife. Have a lovely day!